Hi there, everyone. Welcome to episode 882 of the Mike from Maine show, the place where we do daily interviews with successful online entrepreneurs. This is your host, Mike Thomas, and today on the show, we have Soren Jordanson on, and we're going to be talking about how you can create your own viral authority site using the power of content that you don't even have to create. Now, you might have seen these websites called Food Gawkr. They're Gawkr websites. We're going to talk about what they are, how they work, and how you can profit from them starting today. Let's get into it. Here's Soren. We are here today with Soren Jordanson. Soren, welcome to the show.
Thank you, and thanks for having me.
Soren, today we're going to be talking about something that is one of my favorite websites. I'm a big foodie. I love eating. I love making food. I love looking at food. Like whenever someone puts a picture of what they just ate on their Facebook or their Instagram, I'm probably one of the first people to go and like it because I'm always eating. Today we're going to be talking about a software that you've created along with your partners that's going to allow us to create websites with the whole Gawkr theme to them, and it's a little hard to explain. I'm gonna give you that pleasure today of explaining what the whole Gawkr thing is. But I'm gonna read off the headline for this, what you guys have here so far, and of course it might change by the time you guys get to this page. But it says here, proof: watch me use our brand new WordPress theme to build a profit-pulling authority site in minutes without writing a single word of it. So bring us into this, Soren. What's this all about? And I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
Oh, well, actually, I discovered that we have a common interest, but I love food too. I'm a huge foodie, both the fancy stuff and also just comfort food and any food. I love cooking. And, in the old days, you would go out and you would buy cookbooks and stuff in the store. And then along came the internet and you would start searching Google for recipes and whatever. And now there are some sites like Food Gawkr, for example, that is a huge collection of recipes that are presented in a very visual way, where you can see all the different things you can search and whatever. And I use that site a lot. And I'm going to show you in a bit when we take you guys to my computer, show you how that works. But that is a brilliant site for people who love cooking and love to discover new recipes that they would never have thought about searching Google for anyway. And the marketer in me also loves this Food Gawkr site because I think it is a fantastic way of presenting information to people and giving people what they are searching for, what they want to find, and also a great way to monetize that traffic. So I wanted to build one of these sites myself, and I searched the entire internet to find a theme or software, whatever, that I could use to do this, and nothing out there really existed. And I could also see a lot of other people like this concept, and they also wanted to build sites just like Food Gawkr, and they couldn't find it either. And that's why John and I set out to build a WordPress theme that would allow us to do it. And as you know, we don't release a lot of products these days. We don't build a theme in order to sell it. We build something that we want to use, that we need in our business. And if it's good enough and if it stands the test of time, then we offer it to the public. And now we have a theme, Covert Gawkr, that can build these Gawkr sites, and we're very excited to bring it to the market.
Bring us in. I think let's take a look at what these sites look like, because I'm sure there's going to be some people in our audience that don't have any idea what the heck we're talking about.
I'm sure most people don't. I was actually introduced to Food Gawkr by my wife, and now I'm the biggest user of it. But there we go. So should I go in and share screen and show you this? Okay. Share entire screen. Okay. So is this showing up fine for you?
Yes, we got it.
Okay. So this is Food Gawkr, which is basically a huge collection of recipes online with a nice picture. So I can go in here and say, oh, wow, these sandwiches look absolutely awesome. I wanna make these. You click on it and you get taken to this guy's blog. Loads up very slowly, but the point is, you get
probably because they're getting a ton of traffic from Food Gawkr right now.
Most likely, they do get. I mean, these would have gone live seconds ago, and they're already getting a lot of likes and whatnot. But I can also go in and find the most favorited, the most looked at, search what was that last week, whatever. But more importantly, I can go in, like if I want to cook pork, I go in and find everything in the pork category, and I can search for stuff and whatever. So it's just a very nice way of both searching for recipes that I want, and also just looking at all the nice pictures and getting inspiration. And now this is not just for food. We also have there's Covert Gawkr here, which is for crafting, knitting patterns, all that sort of stuff. And then there's Gawkr pages for lots of different niches. And they obviously they monetize it by having ads in here and ads up here. And they also people sign up for these sites because what happens here is I can go in and like this page, but it's going to ask me to log in. So now I'm going to log into Food Gawkr and I have an account. That means they have my email, they have my details, they can contact me, they can market to me, they can tell me to come back and so on. But now I can like this one, I can make notes on it, I can tag it for myself, and it gets saved to my favorites, and I can remove it from my favorites again, and that sort of stuff. So it has a lot of functionality for me. I can go in here and build my own list of, let's say, pizza recipes, if that's what I'm really interested in, and really use this site the way I want to use it. So this is very much what I wanted to be able to do, not for food necessarily, but for a lot of different niches. This, I mean, in my way of thinking, this can be used for just about anything where it's good for you to have a visual representation of different options. So, I mean, it can be used for selling clothes, for that matter.
You could do something like fishing Gawkr, or you could do like football Gawkr, or anything.
If we look at what they have here themselves, these guys that run these, they have the for crafting, they have for dwelling, which is like interior decorating, and they have style, which is clothing, and they have for weddings, so like wedding planning, wedding favors, and that sort of stuff. But I mean, there are other sites that are very similar out there, but nobody's running anything on their script here because this is their own, and it is really good. I wanted it, couldn't get it, built my own. And if we go in and if you're ready, we'll go in and have a look at Covert Gawkr, which is our WordPress theme that we're coming out with. As you'll see here, I built here in the like do-it-yourself renovation and design, which is also a thing.
Is this one here yours? The one we're looking at? This is yours?
This is ours. This is
okay, I was going to say, look, it looks just like the other one.
Well, that's kind of the point. It looks like it. It has the same functionality. It's WordPress based, so it's very easy to use and very easy to set up. But yeah, it has the exact same thing. I mean, we come in here. So these are like plans for building or for doing woodworking and stuff yourself. Mm-hmm. Another big niche and something I'm also interested in. But it has the same. I can go in and look at the most favorited, the most viewed, search by what was added last month, all time, search the site. Just look at the categories if I'm interested in heating stuff or in plumbing. I have all the categories. I can look at my favorites and whatnot. And it's also the same that if I want to, I can like this. I can put notes on it. I can put tags on it myself. I'll get my own favorites list. And if we actually log out here, because I was logged in, but if we actually log in here and I want to like this post here, then it will tell me that I need to log in, I need to register. And again, so when people use your site, you will get their first name, last name, their email, and whatever. They'll get added to your list. And then when they're a member, they can do two things. They can use this functionality of creating favorites and like customizing the site to how they want it. And two, just as importantly, they can add posts to your site. So now that I'm logged in, I can actually go in and apparently I didn't really log in, but I did now. So I can go in and submit a post here, which is exactly how it works on Food Gawkr as well. So I go in and upload an image. I post a link to the blog that this particular post is on, title and description, and there we go. I can add a post, and of course people are going to do that because everybody likes to get a backlink. Everyone who is blogging would like to get more visitors to their site, and they're going to add stuff to your site. And your members, even if they don't have your own site, they will also go in and add their favorite posts from other blogs, so they can keep it all contained in their little Gawkr space here.
You know, Soren, maybe you're going to cover this, but I was just, while it crosses my mind here, like I'm thinking to myself, how are you going to get traffic to this? And maybe you're going to cover it, but I'm jumping the gun.
I will absolutely cover that. First of all, obviously we have inbuilt sharing here. People can like you on Facebook, Twitter, they can share on StumbleUpon, and they can email to a friend and all that good stuff. Also, in the post themselves here, there's also inbuilt social sharing. I'm just going to load some more here. Anyway, let's go look at this mass organ here. One of the ways we have traffic in here is that we have integrated Facebook comments into feed. So if people come into a post here and they post a comment, then that'll automatically be posted on their Facebook feed, and any replies to the comment will also go on Facebook. And we found that integrating Facebook comments into WordPress is a fantastic way of building viral traffic over time as people just interact with your site. And then obviously you're also going to get pingbacks from sites when you add or content is being added. Pingbacks, one of the great things about WordPress, and you're going to build backlinks over time. You're linking to them, but you will often also get a pingback link back and grow organically that way. So traffic is very much social media driven, as it should be with blogging these days. So once you get the site off the ground, you're going to get a lot of social media viral traffic going. Of course, as with any site you build, you need to do an initial push yourself to get a few eyeballs on the site. But what's also going to happen is that as people sign up for your site, either to use it or to be able to add their own post to it, or both, they will go on your email list. And I'll just quickly take you into the admin area here. Now see, when new members join, you can send them a welcome email, which you can customize here. But more importantly, when a new member registers, you can add them to your autoresponder list, and that's done. You can go to Aweber, GetResponse, iContact, MailChimp, and so on. And that means you'll build up a list of users who use your site, which you can email them in order to get them to come back to your site, because returning visitors is fantastic for any site. And you can also use it, of course, to market to them and sell to them. If they sign up for something like my do-it-yourself and renovation site, I mean, I pretty much know what they have, and it's fairly easy for me to find a ClickBank product with, woodworking plans or something that I could sell to these people. So that's one of the ways to monetize it as well. Obviously, the list inbuilt list building in it, and then showing ads on the site as well.
That's really cool. No, it's interesting because I'm thinking to myself, like, people are going to be kind of like how you are with Food Gawkr, coming back, checking out the new content, sharing their own content, like interacting with it. I think building it up, you're going to want to build something of value. You're going to want to make sure, if you just go out there and start doing random stuff on your site, you want to make sure that you've got a theme with passionate people around it. Like
that's the first of all, you need to pick a niche and stick to it. These Gawkr sites do not work if you're going to build a site that has a little bit of politics, a little bit of food, a little bit of, it has to be something narrowed down to a niche. So, for example, we are both foodies, so we like Food Gawkr. Someone who's into crafting will like Craft Gawkr. Someone who's into renovation and design will like this site. But it needs to be narrowed down like that. And then you need to do some quality control as well. But we build that in as well into the theme. So we have here rules for when new posts are added by other people than yourself. You can deny posts from specific URLs. So you can build a whole list of URLs you don't want posts from. You can deny posts that contain certain words, deny posts with certain tags, and you can set a limit of how many posts someone can add per hour. And you also have in the new post submission here, you can use Google reCAPTCHA to make sure you don't have robots posting. And then more importantly, you can choose whether when your members go add a post, whether it should be published immediately or saved as a draft. And if it's saved as a draft, you can go in and do quality control on it first and maybe retag it and make sure everything is good before you make it go live. So you have that option too. Because, yeah, you want to build a site that is very, that has value for people, that makes it easy to find the stuff they're interested in, and in a visually pleasing manner as well, because that's the thing with Gawkr sites. It's a way to easily look at the pictures here and see what you're interested in. Then you hover over it, you get the titles and whatnot.
When you're first getting started building this, what do you recommend? Like, are you just going to go in there, like once you set this up, are you going to go and add all the content in just manually? Like, how do you recommend doing that?
You need to add some content initially yourself. But the good thing is, as we also said in the headline, this can be done in minutes, and you don't need to write anything yourself. This is about leveraging other people's content and adding value to that content by presenting it in a way that makes it easy for people to access this content. And don't worry about, by the way, leveraging other people's content. This is perfectly legal, of course, and they will love you for it, because you're not actually posting their entire post. You're posting a little snippet, a link to them. They get backlink and they get traffic from you. So it's a win-win situation actually it's a win-win-win. It's a win for you, it's a win for the original content creator, and it's a win for the visitors as well. But as I said, you can do this in minutes, and we have this section in here called Gawkr Posts, where you just go in here, you just put in an RSS feed, and I have one ready here. So what you need to do is you need to go out and find good blogs in the particular niche you're building for. And you grab their feed, which is usually the domain /feed. Then you can search for particular keywords, either in title or content, in content only, and whatnot, and how many feeds are returned. You simply click the search button here, and then we get an error because I made a cut and paste error. But that's perfectly fine. That can be rectified. And now it's churning in their posts here, and you can see now I got posts from their RSS feed from this particular remodelerholic. I can click this link to go view their post, or I have a quick overview here. And then what I can simply do is, I'm just going to do one here, but I could check all of them if I wanted to. So I want to have this post on, and I want to put it in my kitchen category. And I can import it to draft or to live. I'm just going to go live with it immediately. So now this post has been added. If we go back to the site, we should have 20 easy kitchen projects here. So by doing a quick research, finding the RSS feeds of the blogs in your niche, and then adding posts like this, you can literally build up one of these sites with maybe 100 posts or something very, very quickly, actually in minutes. And then once you get going, you'll promote it, you'll get some traffic to it, and then it will start growing organically as you get members who add content. And you can keep adding content yourself as well.
Tell us a little bit. I know that you guys include developer rights on the front end with this, so you can actually sell these sites on places like Flippa. I think your wife is actually doing something like that right now.
Yes, that's another way we see to monetize it. Oh, by the way, before I get into that, because I'm not just noticing the numbers here. You can see here, this post just went up, and it has 0 likes and 0 views. Mm-hmm. These here I did last night, actually, as I was shooting a video. You see, this one goes 26 views, 28 views, 26 views, and I have not promoted this whenever this is completely, say, organic traffic, either search engines or from pingbacks and that sort of stuff. So I'm actually getting traffic on this blog without. This is basically my building blog.
And that's a brand new site.
Brand new site. So. But yes, my wife is actually, and it's correct that we do offer on the front end multi-site and developer's license at no extra cost, as we usually do. So you can use this theme to build as many sites as you want. And I would actually encourage that, because not everything is going to stick to the wall, so to speak. So, build 10 of them, and one of them is probably going to be the one you run with. And that's partly why we wanted to do it. And there's also developers' rights, so you are allowed to use this theme to build for clients. So, I could build a very nice site, and I could come to you and say, hey, here's a site for, do you want to buy this? Or if you specifically needed something to showcase your products, I could build it using this theme and charge you for it. You're allowed to do that. And you're also allowed to build these sites and sell them on Flipper, on Fiverr, or, wherever you would want to go sell websites. And my wife is actually doing that right now. She's building some of these sites. And what she's doing is she's emailing the top bloggers in a specific niche and telling them, here is a way that you can get some free backlinks and some traffic. Go, join the site, post your stuff. And I would appreciate it if you could also, give me a tweet or a like on Facebook, that sort of stuff. And a lot of them do. And these sites get built up. And then she is posting them on Flipper and selling them. I don't want to, I mentioned it briefly to you before we started this call. I don't want to give an example of this because we haven't actually sold any of them yet, but there are some of them live on Flipper at the moment, and they're getting bits, and it looks like we'll be able to sell some of these sites for a few $100 and some of them even more for very little work.
Yeah, I mean that's I mean all you're doing is you're not even creating the content for them. Like if you think about all the work that you normally have to do to create sites like this, and it's all done for you.
And if we go in again to the admin area here, this is the same as our normal stuff. So people will know that we make it very easy to set these up. It's all step-by-step based. So if you want to change the color, you just go in and do that in here. And it's broken up into small steps that are very easy to do. And this theme wizard, as we call it, remembers where you got to when you left off. So if I leave off at step 2, next time I log into the admin area, I'll still be on step 2 until I've completed it all. And we also have the tutorial videos in here that opens up right where you need them. And these are little 1-2 minute videos showing you how to do each step. So it's very easy and fast to set these up. And then with the posting that I just showed you, filling them with content is also very fast as well. So you could churn out a lot of these, or even have some staff do it for you, and then list them on Flipper or Fiverr or forums or wherever you sell stuff. And you could sell, and at a very decent profit, because you're gonna only pay once for the license to build unlimited sites, and everything from there is gravy, really.
Okay, so is there anything else, Soren, that you wanted to show us in the front end offer before we move on to the OTOs?
Yeah, I just wanted to show you here is where you set up your ads. Mm-hmm. As if you go in here, I have a header ad here, which you can add in here, and you can also turn it off if you want. And then we have ads in the content as well, where you can say, I want to show 5 ads, how many you want to show per page, which is important if you use it for AdSense, for example. You can only have 3 blocks per page. How many posts you want to have shown before the ad is shown, and then you can randomly set them, and then you can set up, for example, I have a banner here, I could put a AdSense code in here, Amazon ad in here. And when this is turned on, actually I just want to have the one on, and I just save here. Now we go in and reload site here, and you'll see I have now an advertisement in between the posts here. So that is inbuilt into the theme as well, and very easy to set up and configure.
Love it. So, and you can use like AdSense, you can use Amazon, you can use banners, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, you can take any kind of code, JavaScript, HTML. So any banners, Amazon ads, AdSense, anything you want to put in there. Of course, you have a limited size that is equal to the posts here. But other than that, anything.
Now I know for OTOs, you've got one main OTO and some other offers that people might see if they pick up specific products throughout the funnel. But I just want to talk about the most important one here. You've got one main OTO that goes with this.
Yes, I do. First of all, as it always is when we sell our themes, anything that I've talked about until now and anything that's on the sales page, you can do without grabbing any of the upsells. The upsells are always optional. They're recommended. They're really nice, of course. I may be biased, but they are good. But they're not needed in order to do for the product to do what it says on the tin. So that's very important. But yes, we do have a one-time offer, and that is a plugin that will make running these sites completely hands-free for you. Basically, the plugin will, after you configure it, start pulling in posts on a pre-scheduled basis. And I believe I actually have it installed here, so we can go have a look quickly. So I can put in my keywords here. I can select whether the post that it pulls in should be published as a draft, settings for creating tags. You can create random authors to make it look more organic rather than having admin post everything. And then you put in your Amazon details and whatnot. And I have here, this is actually for for Amazon, where it will then pull in Amazon products and post them on the site. And if we go here, I believe this is an Amazon product, which is pulled in by this upsell plugin. And if I go read more, I'll go to Amazon, and they can buy this particular fencing for their garden, and I'll earn a commission. And it can also pull in from any RSS feed that you set up as well. So, but what this plugin does is it makes the content generation automatic. You set it up once, and then it will keep putting new content on your site and make it look very organic in the way it does it, basically forever. So that's the plugin. And then with, as you said, we have added some really good bonuses to that offer with some of our existing products. Again, completely optional. And the other, upsells, one-time offers in the funnel are related to if you buy that. Okay, then we have some extra stuff that will make that better. But essentially, for Covert Gawkr, there is one upgrade product that is completely optional, but of course recommended. Depends a little bit on whether you want to run this hands-free or whether you are the type of person who like to sit and do everything, have full control.
Love it.
When I use this, I mean, I have some sites where I'm very meticulous about hand selecting what I put on, and then I have some other sites where I let the plugin do the work for me. And both approaches work.
And if you get the OTO, that also includes developer rights. So if I create a site with that, I can sell that as well.
Exactly. So they match up completely. So you're allowed to use the upsell plugin on as many sites as you want. You're allowed to use it on sites that you sell or sites you build for clients. So the two products match up completely that way.
Soren, thank you so much for coming on the show today. Is there anything else, anything that we missed, anything you wanted to mention before we wrap it up?
Oh, well, I guess we're still on video here, so I'll just show you. One thing I failed to mention is that the theme is, of course, being a modern theme, fully responsive. So if I don't know if you can see it, but if I move out here, it will resize all the way down to being for a mobile phone. So it is a fully responsive theme as well, which is, in my opinion, very important these days. So that was the only thing I could think about. Other than that, I think I mentioned most of it.
Love it. Again, thank you so much for coming on the show today, and best of luck with your launch. Yeah, man. Good having you on.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed the interview today with Soren. If you're interested in picking up Covert Gawkr at its lowest price, you're going to want to come back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, January 29th. You're going to be able to grab it at an early bird discounted price along with my special bonuses. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.